What is going on, everybody? I'm your average gamer, and man, I have yet another special video for you guys here today. Now, what makes this one special is it came off of a request of somebody that just commented on the video that I posted earlier today, saying, I need to see a no Runic, no Relic, full 15 encounter run, or at least no passive that gives a Relic recharge and absolutely no Realm Shift. Maybe you could, or at least get people that care enough to try that incentive. And hey, man, I am literally the person to ask. Now, the only problem I had was, I've been abusing the relics and the runics throughout the entire build videos I've been making. I'm trying to make the builds look as OP as possible. So this entire video goes great. I mean, fantastic, except towards the end. This isn't my best tier fight by any means, but to be fair, I haven't fought him honorably, I guess, in so long. So it's one of those things, like, I just had to sit there and practice for a little bit. But also keep in mind, right, I swear on everything that I love, as soon as I saw this message, right, or this comment, I got off of Days Gone, which is what I was playing at the time, because I was thinking about trying to record for that maybe, to get on this game. And this was literally like first attempt, like no restarts, nothing. Like, that was the best feeling, to see the comment and then get on the game and immediately do everything that you want for that comment. Even though I wasn't a fan of how I defeated Tyr and the stuff that was going on towards the end, I still did it, and that's like another thing I like about my channel and what my videos are about is, as good as I am, I still suck sometimes. I mean, look at my channel's name, Of course, it's like, I understand that I can be very good at a lot of the games that I play. These are just the games that I enjoy. But any game that I play for the first time, I'm going to be pretty bad, There's always that learning curve, of course. So that being said, like, that's exactly why I was struggling with Tyr, is because I haven't sat here and fought him and learned his moveset in so long. To me, it's always like, how fast can I defeat him, or the easiest way to defeat him? Does that make sense? I always try to look at it like, what build can I use to negate damage, or what rage would be the best for this occasion? That is how I like to play the game. And making all these builds is just a bonus. It's something that I like to do. I also feel like I really have nothing left to prove. For anyone that like beats the level 1 Spartan challenge, which is like, you equip all the level 1 Spartan gear and put all the burdens on. If you do that, especially make a video out of it and let people see your frustrations, like, that to me was like the ultimate challenge in this game. And once you do it, there's nobody on this planet that can sit here and tell you that your playstyle's bad or whatever it is. Like, it don't matter. Like, that challenge is ridiculously hard. So if you beat it, like, you're good to go for the remainder of your life, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I love challenging myself in video games. The biggest challenge I've ever did was beating Grounded on The Last of Us 2. The reason that I actually enjoyed that challenge so much was because I didn't really have experience in the game to like know all the little tricks and tips, but here I am still trying to do it on my own. I'm not looking up YouTube videos or anything like that. And of course, going through that pain made me want to do another run to see if I can make it more smooth. And all this is on my YouTube channel, right? And these are just things that I personally like to do. Anyway, let's talk about what was going through my mind when I was doing this challenge. So of course, like, the hardest thing to do was to not accidentally get something that I wasn't supposed to, if that makes any sense. Like, there's multiple times, I edited it out because there's like, I look at it like a time-consuming thing, where I accidentally pick up Runic and cooldown over Strength. You understand? Like, and I'm not allowed to use any Runic, and I have no cooldowns for anything, So it's like, it was one of those just things where it was like a muscle memory type of deal, where as soon as I saw the cooldown and Runic, I was like, yes, like, that is what I usually always pick. So that's what it was. But one of the things that I have to point out was an item that I had gotten earlier. The item I'm talking about is this one, the Celestial Protection. Now, 99% of the time, I would just look over it, not care to use it, but this was perfect for this challenge, because if you're going to be burned, or if you're frozen, or if any status effect is on you, such as poison, you're going to be in a really tough spot. The way I negate it is I'll rage, and then I'll deactivate it if I'm using Fury or whatever. But since I wasn't able to, sustain my rage constantly, or use a Runic attack to interrupt an enemy, I needed another way to potentially take damage and be okay, which is exactly why I picked that. And you will see throughout this video that it works great. Like, really good. I can't express how great it was to use, but again, just because it was so good, I'm not going to keep using it. I don't personally need it, but if I were to do another challenge like this one, I would rock that 100% of the time. Now, when it comes to choosing a weapon, I really didn't have one in mind because, again, like I literally hopped off of Days Gone just to record this. I had a little bit of an idea what I was going to do, but then you also need that RNG to get it. As soon as I saw the health burst in the very beginning, that you get a health burst on any spear elimination, like I was like, oh yeah, like that's probably how I should build this, instead of playing how I normally play. The way I normally play is like I just understand the game, certain mechanics, like how runic attacks can interrupt enemies, knowing if they're going to get super armor, taking advantage of all the items you get in the game. Like that is why it looks so good when you watch some of my gameplay. With all the builds I made, you can literally argue which one is the best. And there's some that are really hard to say, hey, this is the best. With the spear build that I have made in this video, or the axe build I made earlier, and then my favorite build ever, which was like the Realm Shift blade build, like they're all super great. And then you can also mix and match some of those abilities with the other weapons. But the reason I sit here and say that the blades are personally the best, again, my opinion, right, is just the play style that I know will suit everybody. You can use runic attacks, you can blade spam, you can build up your rage, you can have an unlimited amount of rage. The burning, the status infliction, again, the skill gauge off of hitting an enemy that's status inflicted. The runic attack damage you can do with the focus flames. And then you have increased runic attack damage if they're status afflicted. Like all of it is just great. Even the R2 combo you have with the blades that have like this little eruption when you make contact, that I even like talked about it in one of my videos saying like that was something I didn't expect to be so good, but that is a common occurrence when you talk about the blades. Of course, the axe and the spear have great attachments as well. Like, for example, getting a rage burst off of a stun grab with the spear was something that is great. Now, is it as good as getting the rage burst off the blades? Of course not. But you're not going to be able to stun grab enemies as easy than with the spear. Like, there's a lot of give and take. The spear is great. I will sit here and say that it's good. Like, you can make an argument about any of these weapons being the best. My whole point is, like, I just feel like it is all playstyle based, and the fact that the blade caters to more people, in my opinion, is why I look at it as the best weapon in the game. I've talked about this multiple times. It's not like it's my personal favorite. My personal favorite is it's kind of tied between the axe and the spear, man. Like that spear video I made earlier, or the axe video I made earlier, excuse me, like the damage you do with that thing. It's gross. Like I was throwing up as I was doing it. And then you use the spear and you can have somewhat like a decent amount of damage happen, but you have to be a little bit more on your toes. I also like the kit for the axe. Building up the permafrost, the L1 triangle, getting that activated, freezing enemies in place, shattering them against the wall. That is something that I love to do and loved since the 2018 game. I'm actually always curious to see how you guys like to play or what you guys prefer, because there's times it's like you guys offer something that I never even thought about, and it's like, dude, like that is why I like other people's opinions a lot of the times, is because like you just get to see a whole other side of things. Now, of course, like that goes both ways. It's not like you read a shitty comment and you're like, oh, okay, cool, but it's also nice to see that person's thought process, I guess. This goes with the comment that I read earlier. To see somebody come up with a build idea that was interesting was super nice. And then somebody commented a couple days ago to make a stun spear build. That is something I kind of already had in my mind, but to have another person think about it was dope. Like it's cool to see that I'm not the only person enjoying this type of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Like, comment, sub would, of course, mean the world. As always, I love y'all, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.
when you need it. Got him. Count it, Valhalla. Left side incoming! Our enemy's strength is growing, brother. We best hurry. Impressive! Brilliant kill! Valhalla will be impressed. Charging right at it! That should satisfy Valhalla. Let's take the way up. Something's lost, something's gained here. Valhalla's mark! Oh, that's a rough one!
I hope your trip through Valhalla has been fruitful.
Blood for blood. Runic! Defend yourself. Don't get distracted. Good reflexes. I'm impressed. Arms up. Come on. Come on. Hookson, be ready. Don't get distracted. Well, didn't catch you sleeping. Hookson, on your guard. Defend yourself. I surrender, Kratos. You've shown me what true strength is. Farewell, until next time.